Hey Dental Lab community, Joe Manti, Western Regional Sales Manager for Ivoclar here. We all know zirconia is a hot topic. There's a lot of information out there, but also plenty of myths that could lead to confusion and misconceptions. That's why I teamed up with Jeff Smith, Ivoclar's Director of Technical and Digital Services, to tackle the questions we hear all the time. From strength and translucency to processing techniques, we've got the answers for you. So please join us for an honest conversation based on real-world experiences with zirconia. Don't miss out. Watch now and get the clarity you deserve. Simply log on to ivoclar.com or connect using the QR code available on the Voices from the Bench webpage to listen to this webinar.
Welcome to Voices from the Bench, a dental laboratory podcast. Send us an email at info@voicesfromthebench.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Greetings and welcome to episode 384 of Voices from the Bench. My name is Elvis.
And my name's Barbara.
Barbara,
yes.
Are you feeling better? Last week you were kind of under the weather.
Yeah, I was big time under the weather, but Joe gave me a shout out and asked me if I was feeling better, so that was cool.
Is that what turned you around?
Oh. Well, it had to have been after he listened to the podcast on Monday, so I think it was Monday afternoon, so yeah, it was good.
Yeah, and then suddenly you were feeling better.
I was. What about you?
Power of Joe. I'm doing all right. Kind of busy. I see online that a lot of people are complaining about being slow, but apparently not here in the Midwest.
No, we're not slow either.
Yeah, I wonder what's going on. I mean, usually this time of the year, school,
Oh,
whatnot.
Yeah. Yep.
But I'm cranking it.
We have our ebbs and flows in the industry, and it's usually right now it's slow, but you can never put a finger on it anymore.
Not anymore. There's no rhyme or reason to the craziness that we do.
Yep. I just whacked my finger with a blade last night, my little pinky. I probably need a couple stitches, but I've got it bandaged up and I just hit it and it hurt a little. Sorry.
Work related?
No, dishes related.
Isn't that the truth?
The sink right into a knife. Oh.
We're at the lab all day with sharp objects,
Yep.
flames, all sorts of things. We go home and try to cut an apple and almost slice a finger.
Bingo.
Ask me how I know.
Yep.
So we're finally here in August. Summer is kind of wrapping up. Like I mentioned, kids are back in school. And officially, the Race for the Future is now next month.
Wow.
So that means it's your chance to donate as we run and swim at the triathlon. So on September 14th in Fort Worth, Texas, dental technicians from around the world, okay, probably just the U.S., but you never know, will meet up way too early on a Sunday to swim, bike, and run in the greatest race ever. Now, all you have to do is donate some money, and that money goes right back into this amazing industry that we all love so much.
Yes, sir.
All you got to do is go to dentallabfoundation.org or on this episode's show notes for a link to donate. So, you can either put all your money on Team Barbara Warner.
Yay, do it, do it, do it.
Who will be running in this year's race,
Yep.
or you can put all of your money on the Crown Jewels, which consist of Mark and Allie Williamson, Brandon Smith, and myself, as we will be doing a run/swim combo.
That's pretty sweet. Who's your swimmer?
That's Brandon Smith.
All right. That's the scary
He doesn't
part.
have to, and he chooses to swim,
Yep.
so we all know there's something wrong there.
Yeah.
So please open up them wallets and give back to the profession that has given you so much heartache. I mean joy.
Heartache. Oh, and also real quick, our good friends at Ivoclar are hosting a pretty cool 2-day course for their PrograMill CAM software next week, August 14th and 15th in Amherst, New York. Anybody wanting to learn to use their CAM software or maybe just brush up on tips for better milling should check it out. Head over to this episode's show notes to learn more.
Ivoclar's academies are pretty good.
I know.
I mean, if you're using a PrograMill, which I guess is the program in all their mills, I would definitely check it out.
For sure. And it's 2 days. You can meet some cool people, go up to New York, and learn.
It's a cool facility, too. I've been there. It's really nice. So this week we are back with 2 more conversations we got while at the exocad booth in Germany at IDS. Yes, we're still showcasing these conversations, and there's still a few more left. This first one is 2 amazing people from Ireland that are not just looking out for their employees, but for all of the dental labs in Ireland. Paul Dowling was the son of a dentist who had a lab in the shed in his backyard growing up.
Nice.
You heard that right.
Oh, yeah.
A shed.
Yep.
Paul ended up in London going to a pretty intense lab school before coming back to Ireland to open up his own lab. While Paul was great at making teeth, he wasn't so much at running a business. But that's when he recruited Jackie Ffrench from a dentist client of his, and the partnership was formed. Paul talks about the early days and having one of the first digital systems in the country, and Jackie talks about finding out that working in a lab's not so easy, and took it upon herself to make a better lab for the employees, and was soon spreading the word all over Ireland.
Then we get to meet Thomas Baaske, who joined us all the way from another building, which is all the way at IDS. I mean, you're talking a mile. Tom is the Global Technical Product Manager at Ivoclar, and he's been there for 14 years. He has seen some serious advances in technology, that's for sure. Tom talks about his background as a lab technician, the creation and timeline of the milled denture, Ivoclar's new inventory system for labs, and of course, the new iVotion-based printed denture that Elvis couldn't keep his hands off of. I saw you.
They're nice. They feel like analog dentures. So join us as we chat with Paul Dowling, Jackie Ffrench, and Tom Baaske. Voices from the Bench. The interview.
So this is super exciting, the last day for us.
Yeah.
But this actually still goes on for another day. Have we determined? It's Friday. It's Friday.
We've actually determined that this is day 4.
Day 4 for us, Friday at IDS 2025 at the exocad booth. 2 people came up to me who I actually spent a little time with in Chicago, which is fun because they knew Julia Glancy. I'm going to work my Jacqueline Ffrench with 2 F's.
Yes.
How's that happen? Paul Dowling. Dowling?
Dowling, that's
Dowling?
it. Yeah.
Dowling.
Yeah.
Paul and Jacqueline from Ireland.
The Emerald.
I know, and I
This
love
is
the accent.
so exciting.
Awesomeness.
Well, thank you for having us here.
Absolutely.
Elvis and Barbara.
I got lucky and popped in just in time.
Just
I
in
was
time.
running a little late today.
It's a little late.
to,
It's okay.
to see both of you. So
I was a
welcome.
little late, too. I just won't admit it. So you all, who owns the lab? Both of you?
This is a bone of contention. No, I own the lab.
You own the lab. So Paul, right?
Yeah.
Paul owns the lab. What's the name of the lab?
The lab is called PD Ceramics.
PD Ceramics.
Yeah.
Is that an initial of
It was
a family?
a really cool name.
It's his initial,
years
right?
ago when I started out, but it probably needs jazzing up now.
That's
at this
cool.
stage.
Yeah. So tell us your story. I mean,
How did you get into
dental technology, all of that.
I suppose I had no choice.
Yep. Bingo.
I come from 2 generations of dentists
Oh.
previous to me, and
So
an uncle
what,
involved
grandfather,
as well.
grandmother?
Grandfather, dad, uncle, granduncles, that sort of
Did
thing.
they want you to be a dentist?
It's
knew you
it's
couldn't?
kind of a long story. In my last year in school, before we go to college, I got a tumor, and all of this sort of stuff had got to be sorted out. So it prohibited me from going to college and studying dentistry. But I was always very good with my hands, and I have a creative side. So I didn't necessarily want to deal directly with the public. So my dad said, listen, why don't you go and study to be a technician?
Nice.
Because we always had a little lab
Yeah.
beside the house when I was growing up. He would do...
So he was
all
into
of-
a little bit of lab
He was
work.
very, very
Yeah.
artistic. He was
So wait a minute.
a painter,
So he
everything.
liked that side
so,
of it.
So
Was
when
he
I was a
dentist
kid...
out of the house?
No, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. We had, when I was growing up as a kid, with the house, the surgery was a couple of doors down. He had a little dental laboratory behind the house. We knew it as a
Wow.
shed. Yeah. You know it as a shed now. Maybe it was his man cave. I don't know.
But literally
Yeah.
it was a shed?
So it was a shed, yeah.
And he did
so
all the lab work? Or?
He did. He was a very, very talented artistic guy who, out of frustration and probably this
Yeah,
is not
we've heard that
a popular
before.
thing to say.
Yeah.
He just had bad experiences with prosthetics labs over the years
None
and
of them were
decided,
good enough
he
for
said,
him?
you know what, I can do this myself.
Wow.
So he did.
That's
and,
very profound for back then. We hear
yeah.
dentists doing that nowadays,
Yeah,
but that was
you're talking
way
back
before
in
that.
the late 60s, early
Yeah.
70s, through
That's
the
pretty
70s when I was
impressive.
growing up. Yeah. So
you grew up in that shed playing?
So
something
you were
like
around
that, yeah,
it.
making
You
plaster
were-
casts and
yes,
models
that's what I
and
did.
that sort of thing. You know what it's like
Heck
then.
yeah, little
yeah.
putties
Maybe-
with the little dowel pins in them and making faces. Yes, that was
Maybe
it.
he was supposed to be babysitting, and then he put me in the corner. And, you know, here's a block of wax. Here's a knife. You can't really hurt
This is
yourself,
hot.
can you?
Breathe this in.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
I don't think you could do it nowadays.
That's hilarious.
So did you fall in
So-
love with it, or did you even know what it was? or?
I didn't really know what it was. It
Yeah.
was something that I grew up with, you know.
Sure, just
but then
part
when,
of life.
when the opportunity came to make, you know, you get to a point in life where you've got to make a decision. You know, what am I going to do?
Yep.
So luckily, I got an interview to go to the Eastman Dental Hospital in London
Okay.
as a student for 4 years. So, you know, I was
4
17.
years of doing what?
To go
Dental
to
technology to get
Oh,
my
so they taught
yeah,
technology.
exactly. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So I went to the UK. I went to London at 17 years of age. This little greenhorn boy from the west of Ireland. It was
Wow,
a
that's
an
a
eye opener.
big-
right?
It was
That's
Yeah.
a big
that
trip
was
for a young
steep
man.
learning curve.
Jeez.
You know?
Yeah.
But it was a good one.
Yep.
So I spent 4 years there.
Was it school
trained.
every day?
It was school every day, but it was like a sandwich-based course. So you spent maybe 3 months at college, 2 months in the hospital.
Oh,
And then
actually doing the work.
Oh yeah. And then through summer vacation and Christmas vacation, you worked as a full-time technician in the hospital.
Really?
Wow.
So it was
Your
great
Quote unquote
course.
vacation.
So it
Yeah,
was a working
exactly.
It was
exactly.
a working college.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So that's how I got started.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the rest is history. I came back to Ireland. Seems like a long time ago now.
yeah.
And
So right after you moved back,
Yeah.
and did you start doing
Well,
your dad's work?
It was kind of it's
So you were
kind of a sad
21.
story.
Oh.
I came back at Christmas and set up a new lab in Dublin, and it took maybe 3 months to get it off
Yeah.
the
But
off
you were
the
only
ground.
like 21, 22.
Yeah,
you
sure.
were young.
Yeah. And I had younger siblings at home as well. But then, unfortunately, he died in an accident.
Oh no!
Yeah, on St. Patrick's Day, 1986.
On St. Patrick's
Sorry.
Day.
Yes, yeah. So that was tough because then,
It
life
gets
kicks you in
real.
the arse.
Oh,
then.
yeah.
Really does.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure.
But I knuckled down, got good help along the way,
Yeah.
and started PD Ceramics, And I spent all those years building it up, and then Jackie and I came across each other. Jackie was practice manager in one of my biggest clients'
I
practices.
was wondering how
Yeah.
we met
the
you.
relationship
So
started.
I needed help on the business side of things,
Yeah.
and Jackie kindly agreed to work part-time initially.
So you stole
That's the best
one
thing
of
she
your
ever did.
clients' employees?
The rest
Did you
is-
seriously steal one of your clients' employees?
Sounds like it.
Not really.
Yeah,
That
and
could be dangerous.
he's actually here.
Oh.
He's developed a dental product, and he has a stand at IDS Cologne. So we were on his
That's
stand yesterday.
awesome.
Very-
That's
So everybody's
very-
still friendly.
Everybody's
Yeah.
still friendly.
Absolutely. And and I'd love to just say that probably that time for both Paul Moore, who was the dentist, and Paul Dowling as a dental technician was a real good time for me to see how a dental laboratory and a dental kind of system works as an ecosystem.
How it's supposed to work.
How it's supposed to work,
Yeah.
and they had a great respect and appreciation for each other's contributions. And
Yeah.
I was working in the practice
that.
in the business. I was seeing how challenging it is, like to find that lab to build a reputation and support and good collaboration with. But equally, I was really interested in business, and that was in 2011. I was also a working mum. I was divorced. And I needed a second income, and very luckily we started working with Paul just as a bit of a part-time nixer, as we call it in Ireland. And with that, I became so interested, and I applied for a postgrad in business and management in Dublin because I wanted to go outside of my local community in Galway and see what was happening in the business world.
Yeah.
So what happened was really interesting. I found a company called Zirkin Zahn on a thing.
Ah, we know that company.
You know
well.
that company,
Yeah.
yeah. And that was in 2011, and I kept saying, God, how could we bring that into Ireland? We know we needed something that was like a connected system that we could start to build education trust in. I'll give them a shout out. They were instrumental in me deciding to do a postgrad, but what they also did is they allowed me to understand how we could get reliability, consistency, and support collaboration through software, support for the technical skills, and also the collaboration that you need when you're working.
What was the scene in
So
Ireland in
Zircon's on was-
2011?
yeah.
Was there a lot of digital?
There was, Serona was
we
there
were
at the
probably one
time.
of the
Serona?
first labs
Okay.
to go digital.
Yeah.
What'd you start with? Zircon's on or in
No,
lab?
I started with, I can go back to Noble Biocare scanner.
Oh, yeah.
Model
Forte?
Yes, okay. So you
Before
were
that,
already in.
before the
He
Piccolo?
was ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
obviously.
Before that, the Model 40, was it the
Oh,
Model
wow.
40?
You did start early.
That
It
is
started in
awesome.
1998.
Yeah, okay.
I think it was
digital?
98. Yeah. But then we quickly went on to,
Wow.
in the early 2000s, I bought my first Serona. I
Sure.
said, funny enough, we mentioned Paul Moore, and he was the reason really that pushed me into
'Cause you got an
in-house
Omnicam?
digital and milling.
How
He
and
bought
why?
the in-surgery system. He
Yeah.
was my biggest
Okay,
client.
there we go.
And then I said, oh my God, we're going to lose so much revenue here.
Because
We
he's
don't-
doing all of his
Yeah.
own
Yeah,
crowns.
so, we met. He told me, he brought me out for a drink one night and said, listen, this is the road I'm going down. I'd
was-
like you to go on the journey with me.
Wow.
Because, with all these chairside systems, they are quite limited. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
a lot
sure.
of products they can't do. So he said, Paul, don't look at it from the point of view of the business you're losing. Look on it from the point of view of the business that you'll gain from things that I'm not able to manufacture.
Ah, I love
So
that.
that's why I bought the in-lab.
Then you said, I wanted it
Serona.
all, though.
And I was in at the
And we're still
practice.
working together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was the practice side looking at the gaps, and what I did my research for my postgrad was in gap analysis, and I could see that the lab was fulfilling and delivering a product range that Paul Moore at the practice phase was able to do some on chair side, but needed a technician to speak with and work with and collaborate. And obviously labs are a really critical part of every dental sector
Absolutely.
globally.
Yeah.
And I suppose where I came in then, when I did the postgrad, I decided I needed the challenge. I loved the lab side, and the practice had a meaning for me, and I had spent 10 years there, but I knew Paul gave me the opportunity to come in part-time with him because my circumstances were a little bit challenged at the time for myself to go full-time into his business, but I did eventually go full-time, and I went back and did a master's. But what was really critical was how fast the technology was starting to grow.
Yeah.
We'd brought Zirconzan to Ireland in 2015 after IDS. We had been here at an
Was
IDS.
it 2015 it was here?
Yeah, we came in 2015,
You don't
and we
think it
knew.
grew fast, did you,
No,
Paul?
no, no.
Sorry?
Because you started in 98, and now it's 2015. That's not fast.
No, but the technology has started to leap
It
forward.
leaped.
Yeah,
It
for
leaped
sure.
It
forward.
trickled, and then it leaped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to make a kind of a space in the lab where it's a busy dental laboratory, your head is down, the business is happening,
Yep.
the orders are
Yep.
coming in. When you're a
And
technician
that's the
working
problem
on the
being
bench,
a technician. You're too busy
Yeah,
to run
you
the
can't
business.
look
Yeah.
up.
yeah.
That's
So we
absolutely-
had a very good relationship in the sense of Paul was doing the technical work and I was challenging, well, why can't we do that better? Or where are we failing here? Or why is that customer not happy? And a lot of it came back to us as individuals. So as an individual, there's no point me buying a milling machine for the lab and saying, okay, this makes business sense. We can make as many more crowns.
Yeah.
Well, let's
Right.
keep it simple.
Yep.
We needed to add education. We needed to add on a vision for the future of how we can build the team to believe that their identity and their career is really aligned with supporting their whole life, and dental sector is part of that life as
How
well.
big is
Right.
the team at this point?
We only have
Yeah.
a team of 11,
12.
12, but in saying that, we want to expand. And what we had the really great advantage of doing in the last number of years is post-COVID, we looked in 2021, I returned to the lab, I took a year off, and I came back, and Paul was
I was still there.
burnt out.
What
Yeah,
did
Paul
you
was
do when
burnt
she
out.
took a year off?
She took a year off. Can
That-
you imagine?
So burnt out. That's the quote.
Yeah.
That's the
I
result.
came back and I saw the guys in the lab and I went, oh my gosh, we cannot
Oh,
stay here, guys. We
yeah.
can't. I'd had a year's break, so I probably knew what that felt like, even though
Yeah.
well, I really didn't get a physical break, but I had time to think. I'd just finished my master's at the end of 19, and I went, and I had looked at strategy and leadership in it, and leadership began with me. Me
Yeah.
realizing, okay, I'm weak here. What can I do to improve it? And it's the same with when an impression is wrong. Okay, how
Yes.
can we help that dentist?
Yes.
Yeah,
Are we
yeah,
moving
yeah.
to analog, from analog to digital? How can we make it better? Because we are no more than Paul's voice from the bench in Ireland is very clear. He wants to support his customer.
Yep.
And when we went to Chicago, our goal the last number of years was to get to Chicago, to get to Lab Day, because we wanted. Yeah, we got there this year, so we're so grateful.
Congrats.
We're standing here chatting to you guys now.
Yeah, all because I sat down at a
had a
table
chat
that Julie was sitting at.
Julia Clancy, big thank you.
And maybe Ashley. I think you
And
knew
Ashley,
as well.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, Ashley Bird. And I think we all have the same heart when it comes to minding our sector. And what I knew in 21 was that something had to radically change. And there's a lot of oral health. In Ireland, there's the oral health policies coming to life. It's called Smile Like a Sláinte. And it's really...
Smile like a
like
what?
that.
Like a Sláinte, yeah.
This is,
Sláinte
Gaelic.
is health.
This is our native language
Yeah.
in Ireland, Gaelic.
Yeah, if you
Sláinte
check-
means health.
Good health,
Okay.
you know.
Good health.
So
I thought it meant I don't know
Like
what
smile
I
like
meant, but
smile
it
in
was
good
a-
health.
Smile
Yes.
like a Sláinte.
I
And
like that.
Yeah, it's
Sláinte sounds like a monster.
That's what I was thinking.
Smile like a
And
what?
then I'm
He's
like,
behind you.
It can't be.
but it is. Our health is our monster if we don't get it right.
Yeah.
And, you know,
That's-
same as brushing your teeth. You
Yeah.
know, if you don't brush them, you're going to have problems. And I was very fortunate. My twin sister is dental hygienist, so you should make sure you brush your teeth. But what we started looking at is the lads were burnt out in the team. And I sat down with them, and I came to Paul one evening and I says, how about a 4-day week? What would a 4-day week look
Oh,
like?
I wish. Yes, that's brilliant.
But he listened. And the
Yeah,
thing with...
Strangely enough.
The thing with
For the
well-being
first
in your,
time. So.
But the thing with
Did you not
well-being...
make me totally renovate the laboratory and
As well,
spend an
as well.
obscene amount of money
as
in
well,
the lab
as well.
first?
Well, no, we aligned it because there was no point saying people could go on a 4-day week without more efficient workspace.
Well,
Yeah.
yes, no doubt.
Yeah.
You gotta
And-
do-
so
the
true.
units aren't going to
Exactly.
go down if you
Yeah.
do one less day.
Yeah.
Exactly. And what we did is we took a really quick project time. I think we had it done in 5-6 weeks
Yeah.
max. And it was really quick while we were still working.
And we didn't shut down.
And we didn't
Yeah.
shut down, which was really key. But what we did change was the life of the technicians. They went on a 4-day week, and it's a 10-hour day. But oh my goodness, the innovation, the collaboration, and the time given to how they can create, it just transformed. And when we did that, we changed the lab layout actually, and obviously the lighting and the energy in the lab
Benching,
changed.
yeah.
And we started
You can
to really
feel it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to feel it. And it's
Yeah.
like anything. It's like my twin gave it as an analogy. We did a podcast in Ireland last week with That Great Business Show,
Yeah.
and Conal O'Moran is one of the voices that's really there for the business community. And in SMEs, which were as part of the small and medium enterprise network in Ireland, we're aligned with the Small Firms Association. So we joined that community because you have to remember, laboratories are SMEs. Small laboratories are SMEs. They're part of that ecosystem, but we're part of the business world.
Yep.
So we joined because we wanted to step back and go, what are other industries doing? They're having the same challenges as us, by the way.
Yeah.
Can't recruit. There's a dying kind of trade in some of the skill sets that are there, but people haven't actually taken the identity of it and said, you should be proud of this. You are so creative. You're so skilled at what you do. And every year we started to add on another layer of well-being. Now, well-being isn't about yoga retreats and spa days and massages. It's about
Great if it
simple
was.
things. And one of the simplest things we did is we went and we started to become lean. We did lean manufacturing in the lab.
That's so smart.
Yeah.
Very small. And it was
Yeah.
really something the lads kind of fought against for a
Oh,
little bit
yes,
because it's like,
absolutely,
no,
they
we're
did.
custom-made kind of industry. You know, we do it
I
this
didn't
way.
fight.
Yes.
He
Yeah, I like
argued.
getting up after
seen that
every
happen
case and
so
walking it all the way across and
Yeah.
putting it down.
Yeah.
So we wanted to look at how we could buy back time.
Yeah.
So we've been
Yes.
buying back time for a long time now, and we're getting to the point where AI is now. We saw it in Chicago.
Yep.
We're here
Yeah.
to view it.
Yep.
We can use AI as individuals, as a team, to go, we can buy time here.
Yes.
The AI will sort that bit out. But with that bit of time we have, how are we going
Let's
to
go do
make the
this.
career
Yeah.
better? And
Yeah.
how are you going to stand and align? Like Paul, you gave that
And-
description really well there with Paul Moore and yourself. You had a relationship, you valued it, and you still continue to work together
Yeah.
30 years later, you know. So,
I still love when he has to pay a big bill at the end of the month because I know it's breaking his heart.
but it's you giving us a voice today, and I'm so grateful that you're letting us tell other people out there. And I met Kelly Carr from
Oh, yeah.
LMT. Yesterday, and I have to say so much thanks to them, because all we're trying to do is say that there is a structure out there. You can have a framework that allows you to change how a little lab in the west of Ireland can tell a sector we're safe, what we're doing, everything we did inside the business was very important so that we can deliver the crown, the bridge, the prosthetic that's going to transform your patient's life. But we're doing it because you can see our team, you can visibly see that we are making sure they're safe in the workforce, that they're happy.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing. And we're giving them hope.
And
Hope
not
that
everybody does
You
that.
know, and
No,
That's
but
a very special thing.
it's a special thing, and we want to
Sincerely.
spread that joy to people that it is possible.
Yeah.
And I think, Paul, you've seen it because you didn't have it.
But
you didn't have that support.
And I look back, I've got 3 boys, and they're men. Jackie laughs when I talk about my boys.
They're his babies, don't mind them.
No, these guys are big. They're men.
Yeah.
They've gone into the world now. But and this relates back to, this is why the 4-day week really resonated with me, because as my eldest son got to the stage of deciding what he was going to do for his career, I sat him down and said, okay, Ross, I've got a business here. I'll send you to dental school and you can become a technician. I'll send you around the world for a couple of years, get experience, and come back and take over the business from your own man.
So you gave him a nudge. That's what my dad did to me.
3 of them I did,
All
because it started with the first guy. They came at kind of like a 2-year interval.
Wow.
And
then he kept getting more employees.
He said, "You've got to be joking."
No,
he didn't want to do
no,
it.
thank you.
No, thank you.
And I'm
Yeah.
sitting there
All
thinking,
3 of them said that?
Yeah. Well, we talk about the first guy first.
Yeah, okay.
And no, Dad, and I was taken aback because I thought it was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I said,
But he saw how long you
why?
worked. or-
Yes,
I said, Dad, when
that's
I was
probably
growing up, you were
exactly
working
it.
7 days a week.
Yes.
Yeah.
I never saw you.
Well, he did see me because I was always very mature. I was at all their football games, all the really important stuff
Yeah.
as a grown up.
Sure.
But it was difficult. It was really difficult. But I was working Saturdays and Sundays. Every technician in the world, in our generation, you're the same, Elvis. You know what it's like.
Yeah.
And all 3 of them said the same thing. No, thank you,
No,
Dad.
thank you.
So it
Wow.
resonated then when Jackie mentioned the 4-day week. We got to give, because we're trying to attract in maybe younger technicians, and they're looking at this as a career.
Yeah.
So
And they
now
like
2 of them,
work-life balance.
Work-life balance.
2 of them now,
And culture.
guys in
Yeah.
their 30s,
Culture.
they had their first babies last year. Yeah, so they have a long weekend every weekend.
They finish on a
That's
Thursday.
so great.
On a Thursday, so they have quality of life. We have to be, because we're like on the west coast of Ireland, like you can't be any more remote as a European, because next stop is New
America.
York, next stop is America.
Yeah.
So we're like a
Wow, I
pimple
never
on the
really
bum
thought
of
about
Europe.
that,
We're
yeah.
a pimple on the bum of Europe. That's where we are. So we have to be able to offer something that technicians from other countries, unfortunately, it's gone back to it's the same problem. In Ireland, there's no real place for technicians to qualify. Into Trinity College take maybe 4,
6.
5 or 6 a year.
Yeah.
That's
And
it.
they're trying
So
at least.
when they get to the end of the course, maybe 2 of them qualify. So you've got a whole industry looking for
Those
Those
two.
two people.
Exactly. So we had no choice.
Yeah.
We looked,
We had
and
to get creative.
it goes back to our collaboration, and it was a collaboration with Zirconzan because
Yeah.
we did more. We were more to them than a customer. We did more. We helped them on sales and marketing and stuff like that.
But we wanted more from the sector as well. And I think the thing that jumped out at me there, and it reminds me, is like even yourself, Barbara, you're a technician, Elvis, you're a technician, and Paul. But you each probably have had different life paths where what it meant to be as a technician. And I'm not being biased, but women have a much harder choice to make at times because we'll step out of the workforce, be it me on the management level or a female technician or one of our operations team. And what we actually did harness the power of as well is bringing part-time workers back into the workforce. We can't maybe get a full employee, but hold on, why don't we start looking at part-time employees and start embedding that in?
Yeah.
And we have, we've changed so
I
much.
haven't heard that a lot, though, that a laboratory doing part-time.
Yeah, we
on
do.
the administration
And
side.
And we have a
utilizing
part-time
that.
Perfect
technician.
for
I
young
love
mums,
that.
they've come out of the workforce and they want to get back into it.
Yeah,
maybe the
I've
kids
heard
are
it
in
on the
school.
dentist side where
Yeah.
they're
No,
having
no.
children and popping in and popping back and doing part-time, but
No, it's a
wow.
really good experience for us.
We have a part-time technician at the moment working with us, Yanka, and just what makes us human too is our connection to people, and it's a lonely journey being a lab owner. It's a lonely journey being on the bench at times.
yeah.
But it's a lot lonelier when you're sitting at home and you're having a tough day and you don't have a community to talk to, or you don't have someone to
100%.
reach out, and maybe even having the crack with the lads. We say the crack, we're having the fun in Ireland, and it is that person who comes in with the apple tart or the something home baked and a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, and we do birthday cakes,
It's a
Yeah.
small thing.
small little things,
Yeah.
or someone will come in and they're celebrating, like the boys had the babies last year. But what we saw with them was they were quite productive in their own lives as well, and they were able to come back in refreshed. There wasn't that Sunday evening dread, I don't think, to the job that exists for lots. Maybe they have a whole week of dread where they're they're going through the motions. But even thank you guys for letting us showcase what there are huge possibilities out there, but they can start with little changes. They don't have to be big. You don't have to turn up in the morning and be like this wonder lab. And I was saying this to Kelly yesterday. It's the little incremental changes that we make in our teams and give the business leader the chance to believe in the buy-in of making that change. And that's what I would love anyone listening to your podcast to hear. My call to action would be, if you're sitting there as a lab owner or as an employee, listen back and remember that there's something, maybe a little nugget in the podcast today that might open up your ability as a team to sit down and go, could we try that? Is there someone local that might be able to fill that little gap? And maybe that'll make more and more improvements. And actually start getting very lean about how you can make the day work, because it's those small changes that made the difference, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Go outside your sector a little bit and have a hover around. And we're very
Outside
lucky.
the box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
speak about, we were preparing, well, Jackie was preparing a presentation we have to do in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, so
in Galway.
Yeah, the
so we were
design
doing that over
mingle.
breakfast this morning.
I'll give you that insight. So Design Mingle is part of, we're very lucky in Ireland, we've government supports to give us, a bit of a boost as well, a little bit of a financial boost, but also a bit of a profile as a sector. So we're working with our local enterprise office in Galway, and a big shout out to the team there, Caroline and the gang. They've been so supportive. We're doing a thing called Design Mingle. So you've got a really interesting thing about a lot of the SME sector doesn't realise that dental technicians are artistic, they're gamers, they're often, very...
What is SME? Did I miss
Small, medium enterprise.
Oh, small. Okay, so smaller businesses.
Smaller businesses.
I thought it was subject matter expert.
Oh, well,
that's what we do. That's seriously.
Yeah, but it's kind of the same
Actually,
thing.
now you say it,
I'm glad you told me. So I was like,
okay, yeah.
But with that Design Mingle, we're trying to also talk to an apprenticeship program that's coming to life in Ireland now. We're working with a consortium to try and bring to life a methods where there is an educational element being brought in at apprenticeship level, but the laboratories that are there that have the knowledge, we want to pass on that knowledge. It's there, but it'll start also with leadership, because there's no point a young trainee, be them a dental technician or a nurse. The nursing apprenticeship program has just been approved in Ireland. So they'll have an educational alignment along with the actual practical, and it can still manage their life, their home life, and their work-life balance. But what's really key about it is that we want to showcase in our area that, in leadership as well, like a young technician coming in and quaking in the boots of a senior technician who's just needs to get the jobs done, and they're under pressure, and we've all experienced, don't have to be a technician to have that experience. They're the ones that need to feel that they can talk and have a language of talk.
Have a mentor.
Them, and they're the mentee of choice. But with the apprenticeship pathway, we're trying to showcase it through the Design Mingle to show the creatives that are in the artistic space in Ireland. Because a lot of people who create artistic kind of ceramics in one area, but we need that skill in dental technicians. So we're missing, there's a whole gap there that could be filled. So I think people need to think outside the box, and that's what we're trying to do.
And like I said to you earlier, I was we're an industry really that people don't know about.
Nobody knows.
And they never have.
When we got involved in the Small and Medium Enterprise Board and the Small Firms Association in Ireland, maybe how many years ago? 3-4 years ago?
Well, we did mentors work in Ireland, which is another part of it, through SkillNet. And that was a leapfrog into getting business supports on 4 pillars in your business. And when they were I was having conversations with all these IT companies and all these different kind of manufacturing companies and small businesses, and I was going, they have the same problem as us. Holy Moses, we're doing something right here. And mentors work gives you 4 pillars to work with: people, digital, business processes, and I'm going to forget the last one. It'll come to me in a minute. But but it is all about starting to dig into your business. So
but going back to the point, there's all of this Jackie's talking about, and we've had great supports, and there is a lot of help out there, but you got to go look for it. But the big thing that came out of it for me, going to all these events and talking to people, and we would have our little trade stand
like yourselves
alongside a lot of people in the food industry, in the fashion industry, all of these businesses. Nobody knew what we did.
We were shocked.
Nobody understood that somebody, they thought they'd go to the dentist, have
Somebody
a crown
makes
done.
it. Yeah.
Somebody has to make these.
A little fairy.
So
brought you
we're
this
an
tooth.
invisible.
They open a drawer. I'm going to use this one.
Exactly. Our dentist goes home that evening. He says, "Oh God, I'm not going to interact with my family. I'm not going to watch a TV. I'm going to go out into the shed
Make your crown.
and make crowns for all these patients." That's not the way it happens. So it opened my eyes up to the fact that we're an invisible industry as regards the public.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
don't
100%.
know.
Yeah.
And we can't rely on our dental profession to promote us. They're not
They're
going to
busy
do it.
themselves as
They're not
well,
going to
you
do
know?
it. So you got to do it yourselves.
Yep.
So that's what we've been doing. Jackie
Yeah.
is great. You might have noticed she's well able to talk.
We love that, actually.
I got the gift
Both
of
of
the
you,
gab, they
but
call
that's
it.
a great thing on podcasts.
We're bringing that message out there. And
Yeah.
just talk about the design mingle again, because it
Paul's
opened my
excited
eyes
about
up.
it.
Because
yeah,
you have
and I'm
these...
conscious of the time for us guys in a
Yeah.
minute, but we have another minute to tell. The design mingle is critical because what the artistic space opens, and we're with a lovely crew, actually led by an American lady,
Really?
Ainsley, and she is just the building, the whole scope of what it is. It's creatives. We are creatives. So
Yeah.
I think my goal for the industry, and to leave it better when I'm not in it anymore, is that we did something, that we had a voice from the bench.
Yeah.
Give a punt to your show that says, stand up, be proud of who you are, showcase how you are a critical part of what we create every day for dental patients. We transform their lives.
100%.
We do,
Yep.
yeah.
We help the
We make them smile,
dentist, and
know?
we give the dentist and their team trust. But where that starts with is in the lab,
Yeah.
building more strength and belief in ourselves and belief in our teams to feel we've got it. Because not everyone has someone like me coming in the door going, come on guys, let's do it.
Yeah.
But what if we are in a community, a connected ecosystem as the dental community that want to make that change happen and bring and resuscitate the life back into our craft, our
Us.
careers. And
Yeah.
for,
And it
for
is a craft.
everybody.
It is
course.
it's an art. It's
Yeah.
a very strange
Yeah.
business because it encompasses
Oh, it's
so
super strange.
many.
Yeah.
We've got to be
Yeah.
academics as well.
Yes.
We've got to be able to do it. We've got to have this link between our hands, eyes, and brain, and it's kind of that link has got to be pretty quick.
But we also,
It's true.
and one thing I'll throw in there is 4-day week might work for a lab that's local, but if you have design deficit in your team where you need that remote design, or you've got someone on your team who's been out and who's the designer, or there's someone who can do an element of it that's remote or
Yes.
flexible,
So,
we
yeah.
have to start realizing that in our team we should be able to try and facilitate it if we need. Secondly, we are a business. We need to get in front of customers and tell them how good we are. We need to do that 7 times a year.
Yeah.
We need to be visible. We need to be able to be proud. But definitely we need to find a way for the workforce to come together, create hope, but give back our voice.
Yeah.
Because
I love it.
it's
Love it.
lost.
And we've got to get the next generation of
To
technicians
believe
coming
that
through.
not
Yes.
everyone's
Or we're
going to
gonna
go
die.
to university. Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
So true.
Yeah.
So we've got an apprenticeship route for those school leavers who are creative gamers. Maybe they're just really love that one-to-one with the creations they make.
Yeah.
But we also have that other element out there in the workforce that haven't been able to get the work as maybe ceramic designers
Yep.
in their arts
Sure.
and craft
Yep.
space.
Yeah.
Why not look at the profession of dentistry? Everyone is having a global problem with this. So we want to timestamp it. We're at IDS today. It's 2025. It's the 28th of March. We see this problem.
Yeah.
We're all crying about it. But
Yeah,
who's
we are.
actually
You've gotta
really taking
do
control?
something about it.
Yeah,
Yep.
because not everyone can. No one lab can solve every single dentist problem, but together as a community we can work better to solve them.
So
I
well
love it.
said.
So I hope that
Yes.
helped you guys.
Absolutely.
How does a
Yeah.
lab in Ireland figure all this stuff out? Why are you not on stage telling the world? I love it.
We are now.
Yeah, that's
You've
so
given us a
true.
voice, and I mean, really, thank you so much.
Yes, thank
because
you to-
it was my mission to talk to you because I only got a little snapshot, and Julia spoke so highly of you, and everyone was talking about, and all our team listened. The lads listened to you.
Appreciate
and
that.
So
you're-
I've got to just acknowledge one person
Yeah.
because he's the reason that I've come across you guys.
Oh.
So I'm not the first Irish technician that you've interviewed.
Ah.
You've interviewed a clinical dental technician in Ireland who is doing amazing work, Paul McNally.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
Paul,
Paul
yeah.
is a good buddy of mine. I give a
That's
a
awesome.
shout out to Paul. You're doing a great job for Irish dental technology.
Wonderful.
So that's how I came across you guys.
That dude
Awesome.
is too smart for me.
Yeah.
He knows what he's
He
doing.
knows his stuff.
Yeah.
And
Well
again,
said.
we're all in our own lane. We need that community to come together, and we need to have that global voice.
Yeah.
Can't be just shouting from a bench.
Yeah.
It's a small
That's
space
right.
to be heard in. Your
Yes.
podcast
Actually,
is so
sorry,
valuable.
just talk with Paul. He's got a symposium happening in Dublin this
Yeah.
summer, and he's bringing people from all over the world.
I know a lot of
talking.
people from America that have
Oh,
gone.
yeah.
Yeah. So he's out there. You know, he's a nice, quiet guy, but he's doing the business.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's
Love it.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So,
Well, thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
both.
You're welcome.
I'm so glad you stopped by. Love what you're
Same.
doing.
thank you.
Thank you.
I want it to start there and explode around the world.
Yeah.
Oh, we could-
Yes, and
we
I
could
think
talk
it's
for
going
hours.
to.
I know.
Yeah, reach out to us. I'm on LinkedIn. Paul's on LinkedIn.
Yep,
We're a small
absolutely.
lab. We're nothing wow, but what we want is for you to feel wow walking back into your team and going, sure, we
Yeah.
could talk to them and ask them, or why don't we try a little bit of change? But do the diagnosis, start to become aware of what you need.
Yep.
Really
Small-
design your workday to work for you as a team. Share the knowledge, but keep reinforcing your message. We're worth it.
Yeah.
We're a good lab to work
Awesome.
with. Okay.
Love it.
Little things
Start
make
with
a
small
difference.
steps.
Yeah.
You can't do it all in
Awesome.
one go.
Awesome.
Thank
Thank
you
you so
both.
much.
You're
Have
welcome.
a great day.
Have a great time.
Bye.
Bye.
You're the bomb.
Yeah. Can you work for us?
Yes, please.
All right, here we are, Friday, IDS 2025. We're at the exocad booth, but our good friends from Ivoclar, who we love so much, sent over a gentleman that says he's the leader in their new Ivo print.
Ivotion-based print. Yes.
Ivotion-based print.
Thanks a lot for the invitation.
Yeah, Thomas, how do you say your last name?
Baaske.
Baaske?
Yes.
That's
Baaske.
good.
Thomas
I like that
Baaske.
name. So he even brought us some
Yeah, I'm
that we
looking
get
at
to
these
check
dentures.
out. Unfortunately, we're audio only, but they're pretty sweet.
So let's
Let's do
back
a
up.
wow right now.
What is your role at Ivoclar?
All
and
right.
How did you end up there?
I am the global technical product manager for removable prosthetics. And this
Oh, for
is our
Ivoclar,
new,
that's
yes.
that's nothing.
Yeah,
You're
that's
bored
not
all
a
the
big
time,
job
right?
at all.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yes, and this is our new Ivotion-based print material. We launched it already last year in October in
Yeah.
USA and Canada. And now at the IDS we launch it here in Europe as well, and also for the rest of the world.
And what's everybody saying about it that's visiting?
The feedback is very, very positive, surprisingly positive.
Yep.
But people like a lot the shade of the material, the aesthetic,
Oh, yeah.
and also the possibility that you can repair it and reline it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were talking
Yeah, somebody talked yesterday about it.
Tobias?
Tobias talked
Is
about
it
it. a little
Tobias?
bit.
Yes, Tobias.
he
Yeah.
was letting us know that, and I thought that was remarkable that you can fix it.
So
Go ahead.
before we get into this Ivo base print, I'm missing a word.
Ivotion-based
Ivotion based print.
print. Yes.
You guys have too many Ivos.
Yes.
How did you end up at Ivoclar? Do you have a lab background or a
Yes, I am a dental technician,
Oh,
and
nice.
I did a study afterwards, the degree is diploma engineer in dental
Yeah.
technology.
Wow.
That's
From what
that's the
country?
correct name, from Germany. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're based here?
No, I'm based in Switzerland, and I'm working for Ivoclar in the headquarter in Schaan since 14
Yeah.
years already. Yeah.
14 years.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, then you know.
So how long were you in a
amazing
lab for?
Oh, not so long. I did the education, and after the education, I worked just a half year, and then I started with the study. Yeah. Yeah.
So did you just like
So you got right in.
Yeah, you were like, this isn't for me, the bench work, or
No, I want to make. I want to stay in this dental business because I liked it a lot. That
Yeah.
is really my thing,
Wow.
and I want to make further steps in this direction. That's the reason why I decided for the study. Yeah.
So let's see, 14 years ago, right?
Yeah, 14 years now with Ivoclar. Yes.
So we're talking a lot of denture teeth, a lot of acrylic,
Yes.
a lot of analog, and then here comes the millable denture. Were you big into developing that?
Launching
I was completely involved in developing our whole digital denture system from the beginning on. Yeah.
Was that like very stressful?
Yes.
Or were you totally the good, the bad,
Yeah.
and the ugly? How did it
Ivoclar
go?
is always stressful. Yes.
Yeah.
But in the beginning it was stressful because we had a lot of projects running,
Yeah.
and then we launched our first solution in 2015. At that time with the single teeth,
Yeah, the
and
pucka teeth, the pucka
and the milled base.
Overmilling, you called
and
it.
2 years later, we launched the oversize process, and again 2 years later, again at the IDS,
Oh yeah, it's every
the multi, and in 2020 the iVotion
Yeah.
disc.
So every single year, you guys
Yes.
are always in the forefront.
Yes.
And I think that's
Yeah.
where everything you guys do is at such a high level with such amazing materials and
Yes.
innovations.
Yes.
Does everybody
So
at
the dental technicians thank you of the world.
Does the Ivoclar be like, oh no, we got to hurry up. IDS is coming up. We got to launch this. Does it like come down to that time? Like we got to get this going before the next IDS, or?
I bet. Probably
IDS
always moving forward.
IDS is always a good situation or a good moment to present new products.
Sure.
And in this case, we have been able already to launch it also. So from this week on, customers can buy this product. Yes.
What's the beta like for these? Like the doctors and the patients, do you keep it in-house or do you give the material
beautiful.
and have it used in the mouth and you have to take a look at it
No,
and see?
it's not allowed to use it in mouse as long as we don't have the CE mark on. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But we give it also some customers before the launch with the hint, please don't use it in patient mouth, but you can test it and work with it. And,
that makes sense.
Yeah, and give us feedback as well.
Feedback's a buzzword, you know that?
Yes.
Good and bad. Sometimes it's hard to
Exactly.
hear the feedback, and you might not like it a whole lot, but it works at getting in your head and making you better.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. And then I also asked these testers to do a showcase for us.
Yep.
Yeah, a denture showcase, what we can present at the IDS in our showcase here.
You're all about showcases.
Yeah. So
yeah, Elvis is over here feeling this denture, and
Yes.
I'm loving
I want to
this
hear this
thing.
question. What are
no,
you gonna ask?
I'm curious on why you guys got heavily involved into milled dentures,
Yeah.
and then bam, you guys brought out the print.
Because the market develops in this direction.
Yeah.
And the customers are asking for that. And the goal of the development was also that the material behaves like a conventional PMMA. That was very important for us.
So it's printable.
Meaning it has same properties like conventional PMMA. It performs in the mouth similar. And also for the dental technician, it feels, if you grind it or mill it or polish the material, it feels like a conventional PMMA. And that was the goal.
That was the goal.
Yeah, that was the goal of development, exactly. Yeah.
So when you grind on this, it's just like a traditional denture.
Yes. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And some of the other ones don't feel
and
traditional.
you have it in your hand, you feel it, you like to touch it. And
It's very light.
Obviously, he likes to touch
Come
it.
on now.
He's over there working it. And I'm not talking about anything sexual, just saying. Sorry, Ivoclar. We can edit that out if we don't want.
So
I've got a question.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You want to
go
ask a
for it,
question?
go for it, go
So
for
you've
it.
got the Ivoclar inventory system that's not available in the U.S., but you just launched that
Yes.
at this
What is
meeting.
the
Can you tell us
inventory
about
system?
Yeah, it's an inventory system to support the inventory of the lab, that you exactly see what we have in stock.
What you have in stock?
No, what the
we have in
customer,
stock.
what the customer
Oh.
has in stock. I'm sometimes talk about we because I am dental technician.
Yeah.
That's so true.
You are a we.
Yeah.
And so that's for the lab, and they use it to see what they have,
what they have,
don't
and
have.
It's an
what they don't have, what they
inventory
need.
system.
It supports also
interesting.
by the ordering process and so on. So you have all the time, the
More
possibility
time to work
check
and
what
less
is,
time to
what
be
is,
worried
what is
about
there and
inventory.
what do we need in the next few days.
Yeah.
Does
or
it only
weeks,
work
yeah.
with Ivoclar products, or?
Yes. No, it works with all products.
Oh, so
Yeah.
other companies, if you buy their product, it scans into the system, and every time you use it, you scan it out, and then it will automatically
you put
order
an
it?
RFID label on the product and do the registration, and then you can put it out.
Yeah.
Put it in the stock.
Yep.
And if you put it out, the system recognizes that it's not inside anymore.
Yeah.
I bet you a lot of
automatically.
guys are loving
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And why do you wait to launch in the U.S.? Why?
I'm
Is
not,
it
I'm
this
not, I'm
area
not
is
so much
just-
involved in this
Oh,
project,
okay,
so
okay.
I cannot say
That makes
so
sense.
so much.
I know
so much about
we're
it.
from
Yeah.
U.S., so we should be first. But
But it's weird.
Usually, yes.
Yeah.
In the case of iOcean-based print, it was like that.
I know.
Yes.
I'm giving them compliments.
I was going to say, you released Ivo Print. iVotion-based print. I'll get there. You go. Thank you. He's got a thing. iVotion-based print. That came out in the U.S. first. Is that common to launch things
That's
in
what
the
he
U.S.
said.
first?
He just said they launched that in the U.S.
But
first.
is that common?
Yeah. It's because of the MDR regulation. In the past, the requirements for FDA have been higher compared to CE or to the European government, and now FDA is not so high anymore, and MDR is more difficult or more complex to launch products in Europe due to MDR. Yeah.
Interesting.
Meaning
so it's kind of switching a little bit.
The effort for all the documentation and so on, that takes longer time. That's the reason. And in some cases, we also have to do clinical studies at first before we launch and so on. And it depends also on the material class what we have. Yeah. And in this case, FDA, we have been able to launch it earlier or to have it earlier.
That's great.
Yeah. The clearance for FDA, and then that was the logical step to start.
We like getting things first.
In USA,
I know.
I'm very curious because you've come out with this digital denture. You've had it in the past, but you have a whole ecosystem around it, creating it. I mean, it's not like, I mean, everything can be done within the Ivoclar.
Yeah.
So you have a software to scan, to design, to CAD, CAM, CAD, all of it.
So we are taking care about the whole process from the beginning on, and the process already starts in the practice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay.
And we have a special workflow developed. It's based on our BPS concept. That is a conventional way of
suction dentures, right?
Suction dentures is also a special way of do the impression technique and so on. But you can also combine it with our BPS concept. And based on this concept, what we already have since several years, we adjusted it a little bit and used it for our digital denture workflow in the practice. And based on that, we developed the complete workflow.
Yes.
And as you said, we have cooperation partners with scanners, with CAD software, materials. It's our own development because this is our competence since decades. And also at the end with the whole milling systems. Yeah.
Are you guys milling for labs? Because we know that you got a new milling center or something yesterday. We were talking to somebody about that. So, so most of this is on PM7s, or is it on?
It's printed.
Oh, that's right. Take that out too.
This is printed here, but for example, our iVotion disc, which is still new and still innovative.
It's huge. That whole teeth and base in one puck.
In one puck,
still blows my mind how that works. I don't get it, but it's cool.
You have to come to our booth, and then I can show you.
We can't find your booth; it's so far away.
I think you started
walking.
Trust
us. We went there the other day, and it was like a mile.
I think you started walking here yesterday, right?
Yeah.
No. It's really far away from
here. I know. We went to the one over here, the hygiene one.
In the 10, the preventative
one. And we thought that was Ivoclar, preventative one. And then they said, oh, no, we have another one. And we were like, okay,
that's
that
only
makes sense.
a small booth from Ivoclar.
That's what
it's not
I
the main
said.
booth.
The main booth's a freaking movie theater.
It's nice.
iVotion works in all our Ivoclar milling machines and also in VHF milling machines at the moment.
Yesterday,
At the moment, So we are in contact with also other milling companies, and for the future we are planning also to release this product on further milling machines.
Wonderful. I'm
not
surprised.
If a lab is doing all the workflow and you get to the point of choosing between iVotion mill and iVotion base print, I got it.
Now you got it, yes.
What changes? Anything? Is it just how it gets outputted is all the same, or?
The output is different. Because for iVotion-based print you need 2 STL files, one STL file for the base and one for the teeth, and then you can.
But don't you need that to print
it?
Oh, for print but mill you don't. Because it's all on a puck.
Mill, for iVotion it's one file, but this file is encrypted.
Encrypted because it fits in the puck and it's got to line it up perfect.
And if you finish your design, the position of the denture in the disc is fixed. And it's not allowed anymore, and also not possible, to change the position in the CAM software. Normally you do the nesting in the CAM software. This is not possible.
So it's got to be
because
perfect.
the position, it's not allowed anymore to to change the position of the denture in the disc, because then you will not match the border between pink and white.
Yeah, you'll have a little bit of bleeding.
Exactly.
If you screw it up.
Has anyone ever screwed that up? That'd be a funny looking denture. I'd love to see that. Like half pink on a tooth and just like, I didn't have it lined up perfect.
So what kind of choices is this Isle Vita colors? Are there a lot of different choices for the tooth?
Vita colors. They are most used in the markets, and
awesome.
we recommend. Not we recommend. We are using also the Vita shades. Or the naming, at least the naming of.
But right now, the Ivotion-based print, boom, getting it every time now, is only the pink, only the tissue, right?
It's only the tissue, because this is our first material for the permanent use in patient mouth. For 3D printing.
So whose teeth are these that you're showing us?
These are teeth milled out of our Ivotion Dent Multi disc.
So that's the teeth. That's why they look so good.
They do look good.
Exactly, yes.
Printed teeth are, they're not quite there yet because they're all monolithic.
Exactly.
But this is beautiful.
No, this is the logical first step regarding printed dentures, that we mill at first the base and mill the teeth. A lot of customers also doing that, this combination.
We do that at our lab. I love the milled tooth on a printed base. It's the way to go.
It's better aesthetic, and
so you guys,
it's proven material what we are using as well.
So you're known for your training. So if a lab wants to get into this, you come on site and train, or how do we train? And learn
we
how
are
to
offering
use this?
different kinds of trainings or courses in our academy.
Oh yes.
And customers can always get in contact with us and ask for possibility for training.
What is that? The academy, right?
Yes.
It's the academy.
I mean, that thing's huge in America.
Yes.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it just as big here in Europe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. In our headquarter, for sure, there's.
I can't imagine
we
how
have
big it is there.
the most courses.
Wow.
And also focus on different topics. Sometimes only CAD courses or CAM courses. We have also the CAM Academy, where customers can a little bit more into details of
features
of features, and also maybe adjusting something in our CAM software.
Nice.
So we especially offer also trainings for this here.
Teaches them how to get better.
What is the printer that Ivoclar has? What's the name of that Ivo-based?
It's a PrograPrint PR5.
PR5.
PR5, yeah.
There's a lot of P's and 5s.
Yes.
It's all
PrograPrint
program,
PR5.
something, and then a number.
Just keeps getting better and better and better.
Yes.
That thing just recently came out, right?
2 years ago. We
okay.
had the relaunch of the systems.
I remember there being like a relaunch.
Yes, with better program, with a better CAM software. With our own developed CAM software, and this is much more better compared to what we had before. Customers love our CAM because it's very user-friendly.
Sure. Is that the only printer that I can do Ivotion-based print on?
No, you can also use all our Ziga printers and the SprintRay Pro 2.
SprintRay?
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
So we have tested this on the systems, developed the parameters together with the cooperation partners. And we have the approval for this other printers as well.
Yeah, that's some exciting stuff. And the dentures you brought, I don't know who designed this. Do you know?
This is a dental technician from our R&D department.
Oh,
it's beautiful.
He designed these dentures. Yes,
it's a she. Of course it is. They're beautiful.
I mean,
I love the laterals.
The work on the tissue is amazing.
Yeah.
I do a lot of digital dentures. I can't.
He's looking at the tissue. I'm looking at the teeth.
You're a ceramist.
I know.
Here, you want to look
saying.
at these teeth? Those are finished.
That's awesome.
And what's the finish polish? Pretty just like traditional, just a rag reel and pumice.
It's traditional. So I did this polishing of this denture by myself.
Really?
You did that.
I have.
You haven't lost your touch.
That's for sure.
I did 8 of these showcases, and I did polish this 8
so it's
dentures.
not
That's
like
just
paint
polished, just not
it's
glazed.
It's really just polished. Yeah.
Wow,
it takes approximately 15 minutes for polish this denture here.
Wow.
There's nothing painted on this to make it shiny?
No, we don't recommend that.
No, I don't either.
To
it falls
make
off.
anything. Yes, exactly.
But it looks like it is. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And I know we talked to Tobias earlier, but I mean the repair and the reline.
Oh,
that's a big thing with dentures. You know, people think, I'll just print another.
Yeah, sometimes you
Not
can't print another
always.
that quick.
Yeah.
So you can repair this with traditional denture repair and denture acrylics and monomer.
Exactly. Yes.
Really?
There's a lot of technicians are happy about that.
Yeah.
And patience. I mean, that's genius. We did talk to him. What is that called? The repair material?
It's.
I think you can use
anything,
anything, right?
Anything?
You can basically use anything because the chemistry is very similar, but we tested this only with our material. It's a pro-base cold. It's a cold curing material, and this is approved for that. Yeah.
Excellent.
And another thing is chairside soft reline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the ones you make a digital denture and you use the big one in America. I don't know if it's here. Is Co-Soft, right? And it doesn't stick. It comes out. Does more things stick to this, and is it more of a chemical bond when you use soft liner?
We didn't test it so far with the soft relining material.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we need to figure that out to see if we can get it can be soft relined.
Yeah, we have to see because we launched it just this week in Europe here.
Yeah.
And is there a demand for that, or if we get more requests from customers?
Sure.
Then you're all in. We know that.
Yeah.
Then we can plan our capacities in the R&D to do the testings and maybe an approval for that as well. Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, there's a good chance everything will work with it, and it won't even be it'll be a non-issue, which would be amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, this is exciting.
Yes, thank you for coming on.
Yeah. Thank you for this possibility and for this interview here.
Thank you for being an excellent company.
You have you have a good traffic over there? It's been real busy.
Oh, it's been crazy
it's very
today.
busy. Yeah. It's unusual.
Yeah.
Especially especially the first 2 days have been very busy.
Nice.
That's good to know. This is our first show.
Yep.
We have nothing to compare it to. We're like, is this a lot? Is this a little? I don't know. We only know Chicago, and this is a lot.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Well, enjoy the rest of your meeting.
Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
A big thanks to everybody that sat down with us in the exocad booth at IDS 2025. We love the story that Paul and Jackie are making in Ireland. You know, the funny thing is that Paul was very reluctant to come on the podcast and was just going to watch Jackie, and we pulled him in. But having his perspective and history really brought everything together. So if you want to learn more about what they are doing for all the labs in Ireland, go find them on LinkedIn and give them a follow. And as always, we are always super grateful for all that Ivoclar does for the industry. We wouldn't be where we are today without them, and we couldn't imagine a future without them. So we're happy to know that technicians like Thomas are behind all the great products they make. Thank you, Ivoclar.
All right, everybody. That's all we got for you. And, of course, we'll talk to you next week.
Have a good week. Welcome to August.
Bye.
See ya.
That one actually makes sense. That's all you.
We do love the story.
The views and opinions expressed on the Voices from the Bench podcast are those of the guest and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the host or Voices from the Bench, LLC.